Hi, everybody. I'm John Shaw. I'm the CEO of PraxisIQ. PraxisIQ is a AI-driven consultancy company that works with private equity and portfolio companies on transformation. We have a team of industry experts from Microsoft, Amazon, Accenture, and others. We work with PE firms and portcos on AI strategy and implementation. The purpose of this deck is to go over our solution to speed up AI due diligence. Currently, AI due diligence is very slow. There's multiple deals simultaneously. Often deal rooms contain thousands of documents. The banker often has gaps in material that require questionnaires and other materials. And there's always a risk tracking that is required across those deal room questions. What all PE teams want really is one secure deal room instead of many, and using AI that can read the materials and quickly pinpoint any red flags. This provides standardized processes and a faster time to decision from the data insight to IC. Introducing QuickSuite AI-powered deal room built on AWS. These are dedicated deal rooms that are isolated within your AWS environment, so no data is compromised or leaked outside your business walls. We provide single sign-on access across all deal teams and a centralized injection mechanism from the processing from the banker, internal or third-party sources. We provide co-pilots and chat capabilities and embedded intelligence across each deal room. It's pretty easy to set up each deal room. You stand up the deal room based on the whatever the code name or company that you're trying to do the deal on. You go to the existing deal room. We can either integrate with MCP or API through that deal room, or we can download the deal room documents directly into our AI deal room. You can then apply standard questionnaires and analyze the documents in the deal room to provide quick insights and decisions. Often it will provide a set and eyes on every deal, flagging missing information, highlighting red flags, suggesting follow-ups, and tracks in real time. It really turns diligence into an IC-ready output with dashboards and source document drill down with all tags and metadata associated with the actual documents in the deal room. The value compounds over time and increases the ability to create reusable diligence frameworks, institutional knowledge, cross-deal benchmarking, as well as the AWS stack integration. So let's now go to a quick demo into the different capabilities. The demos that we'll present today is a quick tour, a due diligence Q&A, asking questions from financial statements, and identifying red flags and adding them to a project management system, deep research into the deal room, taking into account external and bought data sets, and an investment deck generation for IC. So a quick tour of Amazon QuickSuite. Amazon QuickSuite is a Amazon product that is built securely in your environment. It consists of different chats for different deal rooms, spaces that are isolated so institutional knowledge or ethical walls can be adhered. Different deal room participants are added by single sign-on, and you can add multiple knowledge bases and actions and dashboards into each space. You can add flows, which are essentially repeatable processes that you might have across your business. So creating one-pagers or investment memos or deal room materials. You can do deep research into different aspects of the deal using the deal documents and external or third-party data sources. Each deep research report contains both the research itself and analytical information. There's integrations across your data within your business, and you can add MCP actions. So you can hook in different actions to SAP or Snowflake, etc. It also comes with a comprehensive BI suite, which used to be called QuickSuite, where you can add different dashboards into your deal rooms. You can also create data stories on the data and create investment memos and one pages from that. The data sets that the dashboard in BI supports includes Snowflake and Databricks and all well-known data sources. That concludes the demo of a quick tour of the capabilities of QuickSuite. Next, we're going to go over a due diligence standard questionnaire. So this is a deal room we set up for a fictitious investment. We have a standard questionnaire, which is a Word document, which contains 10 questions. Now what it's doing is going through the deal room documents and searching for those questions through the different PDFs, Word documents, Excel spreadsheets, images, etc. that has been uploaded to the deal room. As it's finding those questions, it's finding the reference to those and answering them comprehensively. Here's the answers now from those standard questionnaires. So what problem does the company solve? Human why? It's answered that question, and it includes the references to the documents contained in those questions. So you can quickly go into the document itself of where the answer came from. So these are all standard questions. So this cuts down time that you normally would take compiling questionnaires and manually going through the deal room documents, pulling out those questions and compiling those into a quick pass. It also includes observations and key red flags with what it's found based on those questions. The next demo is around looking at financial statements and asking questions. Often with financial statements, you're presented with a runbook of a financial model and different data points. Often this is very dense Excel spreadsheets, and you just want to pull out certain data. For example, in this scenario, you just want to pull out the last 3 years worth of revenue and forecast the next 4 years. So it's gone into the spreadsheet and pulled out those 3 pieces of information. Another question here is to calculate the revenue from outbound bookings. This is in a tab within the this particular financial record. New bookings, demo requests. It's found that line item and pulled that out, and it's got, there you go, and the projected as well. This also supports graphs, so you could take different data from those financial records and create different graphs and visualizations that you can export. The next demo I'm going to show is red flags analysis to DD board. So you've done your due diligence, you've got your questions that have been answered from the deal room, and now you want to pull out red flags and create a project management board that you can then go back to the banker and the target asking these questions. So what this is doing is it's using Monday, and it's pulled out 3 investment red flags based on the deal room. It's pulled out those red flags, and now what it's going to do is saying, okay, now add these to Monday, the Monday board for this particular deal. So it's added those in. So we go to the board here, and there's the 3 particular red flags, and they're assigned to me. The next thing is get a list of tasks from Monday. So not only can it update Monday, but it can actually interact with Monday. So you think about MCP and APIs, If you hook in different systems into this, you can ask questions across the board and pull data and interact with different systems from one single pane of glass. So what this is doing is pulling just those tasks, those red flags. There you go. They're all outstanding. The next demo is going to show like, okay, close out this task from the Bundy board. And now it's going to go on and close out the task. Now, if we go to the Monday board, we'll see the task has been closed out. That concludes the demo. The next demo is deep research. So often when you've done your due diligence, you might go to a third party and ask them to do a comprehensive deep research into a certain investment thesis. So this deep research capability, you can provide a prompt, include the deal room documents. In this scenario, I'm just asking for a SWOT analysis, showing strengths and weaknesses. You hook in the knowledge base for the deal room. You could add multiple knowledge bases in here. You could have particular deal rooms that you might have used previously. You could have third-party data that you might have bought, like FATSET, US patents, PubMed, etc. You can review a quick plan of what it's going to do. And then here's the investment report. It's not only text that it'll produce graphs as well. And you can export this to a PDF or a Word document. So then you can quickly put that into a report for IC and due diligence. The other part of this is you can also create a quick executive summary, showing the key findings, etc., to create a 2-page quick memo for the deal team to digest. This concludes the demo for deep research. The next demo is the holy grail of investments. It's creating IC reports, which is normally a very painful process. So what this is showing is we're going to create an investment memo based on the deal room. This is a standard prompt. We can use a more detailed prompt on a particular investment thesis or aspect of investment memo that you want to create. It's going through the documents now and creating that investment memo. Then it's using MCP to call a third-party tool called Skywork that has the ability to create comprehensive decks. Now, this is just a standard deck, but you could use your own investment memo or investment committee deck. And here it is. It's generating that, showing like gaps in investment decision framework, etc. Cutting down the time, and you can actually export this investment memo, investment deck into a PowerPoint presentation and edit this, cutting down the time it takes to do this for your deal room. So this concludes the demos. The next steps, if you're interested, we can do an AWS-funded pilot engagement, a POC, where we'll use this against a particular deal. We will set up QuickSuite. We'll integrate single sign-on, and we'll configure all the different prompts and configurations that make sense for your environment. Thank you for listening. We are Praxis.